and welcome to this third episode. In the part 1, it was introduction. So, I have given you, what other people do in 920 short straddle. In part 2, I have given you what are the changes I have made, and I have also using a algo testing software, I have showed you that changes, what effect it has come. One thing is that stop loss is under control, and number 2, you are getting better return. And the third thing is that since you are exiting before 3 o'clock, you can use the same capital for another strategy, which also I have a course called butterfly strategy. Now, many people ask me, sir, I always believe, one system does not fit all people. So, we have to keep improving, we have to keep changing the system constantly. One big problem with me, I am not a computer guy, I don't know how to do the back testing. This one, the software which I am using, Algo Test, which is a very simple one. For the simple one, I can show. But when it goes to complicated things, maybe I do not know. Maybe if any of you know, you can just do the back testing and get back to me. We can see how I can improve. Now, the question. Number 1, 920 short straddle. Number 2, we have changed the timing, entry time, exit time, stop loss, everything. Now, the next question is that if anything come to me, I will always see, is there any way to diversify? If you have got so much money, don't put all the money only in real estate. Put some money in real estate, some money in gold, some money in equity, some money in fixed deposit. So, it's a diversification. So, the same way, within the option space, also I want to diversify. I put some money in intraday, I put some money in long-term options, some money in different strategies. Then within the same strategy, this intraday short straddle, is there a way I can do some kind of a diversification in case market moves? So what happens sometimes, market goes higher by about 200-300 points and it starts stabilizing there. So is there any way we can maximize the return? Okay, so that is what we are going to talk today. Now, if you remember my first 2 parts, we discussed about short straddle, selling at the money call and selling at the money put, and I told you the margin money is 1.5 lakh rupees. But what some people do, after selling at the money, they also buy 1000 point away. Let us say market is at 40,000, they sell 40,000 call option, buy 41,000 call, and sell 40,000 put option, and 1000 point away, they buy the put option. And maybe let us look at the effect. So once again I go back to this software. The beginning one we have done 920 to 315. So this is the first strategy we have done. So here we have done percentage wise stop loss, we put 30% percentage wise. So this is the initial one which we have done. So this is a short straddle. After doing the short straddle, what the people do, they buy 10 OTM and then they buy 10 OTM call. So which means what they do, they sell at the money call, they sell at the money put, then they buy 1000 point away put, 1000 point away call. Okay. So now if you do the back testing for 3 years, now the profit has come down to 2.53 lakh. So you may remember, so this is with hedge. The same thing without hedge. This is without hedge. Now the same thing, we will see 1 year, we will see 3 year with hedge. So now 3 year with hedge, it's working to be only 2,53,000. Without hedge, you are getting 3.74 lakh, but with hedge, you are doing only 2.53 lakh. But though profit looks very less, but you must understand that the margin deployed is only about half the margin. And with hedge, if you are doing your margin money probably about 50,000-60,000 rupees only. And without hedge, it will be about 1.5 lakh. Let us take approximately 1.5 lakh as the margin for without hedge, 75,000 as the margin money for with hedge. So it is half the margin only. But what happens, because you are here, if you are doing one lot, with the same capital, you can do two lots here. But if you do two lots, instead of 2.5 lakh, you would have got even 5 lakh as the profit. And that will be more than 3.74. And of course, here your charges will be even more. And because the brokerage will be more, because you are adding here, 1 by 1 sell, only 2. But here what happens? 2 by 2 sell, 2 call option, 2 put option straddle, hedging 2 and 2. A total 8 lakhs. There only 2 lakhs, here 8 lakhs. So you will be paying 6 extra brokerage. There are some people who pay fixed brokerage. For them, all these things will not make a difference. Of course, STT stamp duty is not a big deal because, far out of the money option premiums will be low. So this is what some people do, but usually people do not need the hedging because you are taking only intraday position and you have a stop loss. So actually the hedging is required only for overnight position. For intraday, stop loss is there, so nothing to worry. But anyway, so I'm just showing you the difference. This is for 3 years. If you do it the same thing but you see 3 years with hedge, you see lot of losses. And also, last time I've shown you only 3-4 losses, but here you can see many losses. And if you are looking at 1 year result, so it's just only 463 rupees. And see here 48,000 rupees profit, here only 463 rupees. 463 rupees profit, then you have to pay so much of STT, stamp duty, brokerage and other things. Then finally, you are not going to get anything. There will be in loss only. So what happens, people doing intraday short straddle, usually they don't buy the option for hedging. That's the first thing. And because buying the hedging, what happens, your volume will increase. Let us say you got 15 lakh rupees, you will be trading only 10 lots. But the moment you go for hedging, your margin becomes 7.5 lakh. You, instead of 10 lots, you tend to do 20 lots. When the volume increases, profit comes, you are happy, but the loss comes, you will be very unhappy. So that is for each lot, if you are putting 1% stop loss, when double the quantity when you take with the hedge, that stop loss becomes 2%. So there are some advantages, there are some disadvantages in hedging. So that is why I don't do the hedging. So I'm just explaining why I'm not doing hedging for intraday short straddle, because positionally you need hedging, but intraday you actually do not need hedging. This is number 1. Number 2, as I told you, is there any way I can do some kind of a diversification? So maybe, I've done one short straddle in the morning, but by 11:30 market has moved 200 point or 300 point up or down. Right? Is there any way I can do one more straddle, so that I can diversify? So that is what we are going to discuss in this section. Okay, I'll just start with just a small one capital, 1.5 lakh rupees, just one lot. Okay, right. So here I've already shown you the back testing. So even without doing any diversification, anything, you are already getting a very good profit. And the profit is very good. But still, if you want to do some kind of a diversification, or you want to add more legs, so I'm just going to discuss one thing. Assume that you have got 1.5 lakh rupees capital. In the morning, 950, you go and take one short straddle. Okay, so means your entire capital has been deployed, you don't have extra capital. Okay, now come around 11:30. From 10 o'clock to 11:30, if this 1.5 hours, if the market has stabilized, the probability of market stabilizing throughout the day is very good. But in case some trending happens, the trending can continue also. So around 11:30, if I want to do one more lot, I can do. How can I do? My capital is only 1.5 lakh. 950, I have already taken one short straddle. My entire capital is deployed. Around 11:30, if the market not moving, I'll just sit down, because if the market is not moving, I'll be making good profit. But if the market move at least 200 points, and then I want to do around 11:30, if the market has moved more than 200 points, then I want to do one more short straddle, but for which I have no capital. So what I can do, first thing is that what I have to do, for the original straddle which I have done at 950, 1000 point plus and minus, I will have to buy one option, so that the margin will be reduced drastically to 60 to 70,000 rupees. So I will still have remaining 70,000-80,000 rupees capital with me. And here I can do whatever is the level, the current level, and from there, I will have to buy 1000 point up and down, one call option and one put option. Then I will have to sell at the money call and put. So basically, you have to buy 2 call option and 2 put option about 1000 point away. And then you want to do one more short straddle, you will be able to do. Maybe I can show you using Zerodha margin calculator. So this is Zerodha margin calculator, and let us see right now where is the Bank Nifty. The Bank Nifty is around 39,900. So let us say 40,000. Okay, right. Zerodha margin calculator will not be able to show the margin for the weekly options. So I will just choose the monthly options. So Bank Nifty, let us say I am just selling one 40,000 call and sell 140,000 put. Here you can see the total margin is about 1.55 lakh. So we assume that the margin is about 1.5 lakh rupees. What happens? 1000 point away you go and buy one put option. 1000 point away you go and buy one call option. Then you see your margin is coming down to 67,000. Because the margin has come down to 67,000, so you are eligible to do one more lot. But again, one more lot you cannot do call and put without hedging, because you do one more lot without hedging, that will be 1.5 lakh plus this is 67,000. So margin will shoot up more than 2 lakh rupees. But for the second one also, you have to buy the hedge both the sides. And so what happens? So with the same capital, okay, if the market is making a bigger move in 2 hours time, so instead of one straddle, you have a 2 straddle. But if the market is not making a big move, then no need to do anything, just sit down and watch. So this is one way you can just add some extra spice to your system. But I do not know how I can do a back testing. So if I want to do back testing, I have to see a Bank Nifty moving more than 200 point from 950 to 1130. Okay, maybe we will just try. I'll just do one thing. We will do a random date picker. Okay, pick just one day. The date should fall between 1st January 2023 to, this video is being shot on 26th 25th February. So this picking up 30th January. So we look at the 30th January. 30th January is Monday. Maybe let us look at the chart. 30th January, what has happened? Yes, we are coming very close. Yes, 30th January, yeah, oh, very big move. And see 920, 915 open, wow, we came down so much, then shot up, then came down. Okay, so we are taking around 950, so 950 is here. Yes, 950 is here. 950, it's around 40,000 again. So we have taken one short straddle at 950, around 40, that is 40,300, correct. 40,300. Then by 11:30, it has come to 40,000, so more than 300 point down. Okay, so I asked the computer to choose a date. It has chosen a date which is working very well. Now, what we do, this one I don't think I can do any back testing, but instead of doing a back testing, I will do simulation. I don't know whether simulation is available for January 30. January 30. Okay, first thing is that the Bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty, 30th January entry, 30th January exit. Same day entry, same day exit. But which expiry? 2nd February. Yes, 30th January is Monday, so that Thursday is 2nd February. Again I repeat, this is a simulation. I don't know, many of you may not know. So this simulation means we are just going back to that time. Bank Nifty on 30th January entry, same day exit because it's intraday short straddle. 2nd February is the expiry. This is morning 9:20. So we need to go to 9:50. So 9:50 is when you are going to do the short straddle. Get the option chain. And you can see at that time Bank Nifty was around 40,350. Because it is 40,350, so we will do 40,300 short straddle. So if it is 40,300 short straddle, we are selling one lot 40,300 call option and one lot of 40,300 put option. Okay, so we do this without hedging. Let us see what has happened after 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, we are sitting with a 900 rupees profit at 955. After 10 minutes, profit has come down to 500 rupees. After 5 minutes, after 5 minutes. So every 5 minutes, you keep looking here. So this is the profit and looking at the time here. So 900, 1100. In fact, what many people do, if they do with a bigger volume, as soon as they see more than 1000 rupees profit, they cut off the position, they run the remaining of the position. So that, even if stop loss is hit, they will not lose much. So that we will talk later. So 10:30, 10:40, 10:45. Now again suddenly profit is coming down, 570, 1120, 1125, 1130. By 11:30, and though Bank Nifty has fallen, how much? 950 when we did, market was here. 950 and the market was here, which was 40,300. Then by 11:30, the market has come down to nearly 40,000, almost 300 point has fallen. Market has fallen 300 point, but still we are sitting with a 1,600 rupees profit. 1,600 rupees profit is more than 1% return. And of course, assume that you want to do one more short straddle now. What all you need to do, get the option chain at this time. Okay, now the market has come to 40,000. So what you need to do, you need to sell 140,000 call option, but for which you will not have a margin. So what you need to do, you need to buy 39,000 put option. 39,000 put option, you have to buy 2 lots. Then 41,000 call option also, you have to buy 2 lots. So, you have already taken 140,300 short straddle at 950. Now, Bank Nifty has come down to 40,000. You want to take one more short straddle, you don't have capital. So, what you do? You go and buy 39,000 put option 2 lots, 41,000 call option 2 lots. Then your margin will be released. Now you can do 140,000 call and 40,000 put. Now you can sell 140,000 call and 140,000 put. Okay. Now remember, you will not need any extra margin money for doing this. Same margin money. Okay. Now, as at 11:30, we have a profit of 1,600. Let us see what would have happened. You continue the trade. I think now the profit is coming down. It has come to loss. So, here your stop loss would have been hit, because your stop loss is 1,500, now the stop loss has crossed. So, whether you are doing 1 lot or 2 lot, you still have to keep a stop loss of 1,500 rupees. Okay, I will run the show once again from the beginning, from 11:30. I will run the show from 11:30. There is one important point we forgot. Until 11:30, market did not move much. Okay, so in fact we are sitting with a very good profit. Now let us do one thing. This stop loss would have been hit much earlier, because we have put 60 rupees stop loss, 1,500 rupees stop loss. Okay, this stop loss would have been hit much earlier. Okay, we'll do one thing. I will cancel this. That stop loss we have forgot actually. Look at time 10:35, 10:35 here 590 is the stop loss and 1100 stop loss, and by 10:45 your stop loss has crossed 1500. So, you would have exited this already. Here is 522 with a 60 rupees stop loss, 582. So, you would have exited at 582. $522 you entered, $582 you would have exited. That means the stop loss was hit. Okay, and then after that market goes to 11:30. Now you see you are sitting with a very good profit of 3,000. So that while doing that stop loss which I forgot. Now what happens? Around 11:30, if you want to do one more straddle, if you want to do one more straddle at 11:30, market was at 40,000, so you have to do 140,000 short straddle. Okay, but this time only one position is open for you. One side the stop loss was hit already, so you only have a call option. For that call option, you just need to buy one call option enough. Your margin will get reduced. So that means 41,000 call option, you will have to buy 2 lots. One lot, the one you are going to sell now 40,000 for one lot which you are already holding. But 39,000 put option, you just need to buy only one lot. If you do this, then the 40,000 short straddle you can do again, one lot. Now you look at it, things may not be very bad. I think the problem comes after 2:30. Now still we are sitting with a 4,000 profit, 315. I think the first stop loss we forgot. So that's why all this I have given a wrong picture. Now see, by 250 we have to exit. Yeah, 250 we have to exit, so it was about 3000 rupees profit. And 3000 rupees profit translates into 2% of your capital. The learning point from here is that, okay, you do one straddle in the morning, 9:50 or 9:55 or anywhere from 10:45 to 11, and if a stop loss hit, let it hit on one side, the other side bring the stop loss to the cost, and then at 11:30 you want to do one more straddle, you can go and do one more straddle. But you want to do the second straddle, then you have to buy options both the sides. Otherwise, you will not have the capital to do this straddle. Right? So, in this video, in short, I am just explaining. One thing is that I am trying to do some kind of a diversification without bringing in any extra money. As long as the market is moving sideways, I just leave it, enjoy the profit. But in case market moves more than 200 or 300 point, okay, probably the first straddle, one side stop loss will be hit. I just want to take one more straddle. But to take one more straddle, I don't have the margin money. Therefore, both the sides, I buy the option and take this. This is one diversification. Another one trick is that if you are doing with a bigger volume, as and when you see 1500 rupees profit, for half the quantity you can book the profit. But of course, when we did the back testing, the results may change if you are booking half the profit. The profit data we have seen from the back testing, that may not be the exact one here. Okay, so that is also there. So these are the few adjustments in addition to what we have been doing it. And I am going to give you one more adjustment in the next video. That's going to be a little bit difficult for people without technical knowledge to understand, but it's not a super technical, it's going to be a simple technical. Yeah. So let me summarize before going to the next video. In the first video, I talk about short straddle, what other people do, normally 920 short straddle with fixed percentage, 30% as a stop loss. That's what most of the people do. And when I do, how I do, I explain in the second video that instead of doing 920 short straddle, I choose anywhere between 9:45 and 10 o'clock. Instead of exiting at 3:15, I exit between 2:45 and 3 o'clock, so that the same capital can be used for overnight position. And the third thing, instead of keeping a percentage stop loss, I keep a 60 rupees as a fixed stop loss. That's the second video. In the third video, what I did, one suggestion I have given you, if you are doing a huge volume, as and when the profit target is hit, half the quantity you can come out, the remaining half the quantity, let it run with the stop loss. And second one, if the market makes a bigger move, 200 to 300 point, maybe you can go and do one more straddle there by buying the hedge on both the sides, so that you can do one more straddle without any extra capital. So this is one good adjustments I can show you. And while showing you the data, the first part I forgot the stop loss. That's why that has given the loss. But I corrected it later. We exited with the stop loss here, and then it has shown a very good result. More than 2% return on that day. And that is the day when the Bank Nifty actually moved more than 1200 point. It was a very, very huge move. But such a volatile market, we still made money. Okay. So one more adjustment and I'm going to give in the next video. So hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.